Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi. I see everybody's coming in. That's great. We're waiting for Maddie, and welcome to Mystery Monday. We're going to be doing readings for you. And if you need a mystery solved, we are here. How's that? I think everybody that I see right now has been here before. So before I do all our little rules and everything, we will go ahead and just chat for a minute. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sylvie. Hi, Yasmina, Coco, Mariam. Hi. Let's see if I missed anybody up there. And Yasmina, Iva, as always, you're the first to say hello. Thank you for that. Can everybody hear me okay? I got stuff together as fast as I could. I couldn't find my red lipstick. I got like a beige on. Hi, Moo. Is it Moo? Hi. Okay. How is everybody doing? I had a very challenging health day. Even though you test negative after you have COVID, it just means that you don't have a lot in your system. So you probably won't give it to anybody, but you still can have a cough and have some challenges. Hi, Carlos. I'm just okay today. Today is just an okay day. After we're finished, I'll douse myself with over-the-counter medicines and go watch some football. Carlos, look what I found. I found it over at TJ Maxx. You guys, look at this. Isn't that cool? It's almost iridescent. It's so shiny. And it was really affordable. Why do I have to have that shine like that? But I do, because I have this over there. So isn't that really cool? It's pretty. Witches Magic's on both sides. So I love that. And I'm pretty much all set up for readings. Hi. Well, you guys, I want everybody to say hello to Jean Shaner, who's my cousin. My mother was her aunt, and we spent really fun times clear across the country at her house and my family. So anyway, and that is her dog. Gina, I don't remember your dog's name. Sorry, I don't remember the dog's name. And that's so important. So Yasmina says hi to Eugene. Hi, cousin. So anyway, lots of fun. Yeah, Yasmina, I was hunting. You know what? So I feel really good. I'm going out hunting for the Halloween hunter. And I didn't go to Home Goods because they're putting in a Trader Joe's next to it. If they're doing construction, people are picking up nails in their tires. So I'm staying away from there. But I was so disappointed. Except for At Home. Do you guys have an At Home? They had At Home had a full-size car. It was a hearse. The blow-up thing, but it looked like fabric and it had headlights and everything. I mean, I'm like, I can see that on my front lawn, but I have a neighbor that has a 12-foot skeleton already up. Are you guys early Halloween people? I would always wait till right at the end of the week, last week of September, so people wouldn't get mad. And now I don't care. So second week of September is put it out. I put my fall, I went to At Home and I got a big fall wreath and I put it on my door. That's the beginning. You're waiting for fall? Are you waiting for the solstice? Like the solstice is okay, I can decorate? Because I go by Debbie's law. Debbie makes her own laws up. And I can put up whatever I want. You know that I keep fall. You guys don't know this. So I keep fall in and some Christmas stuff up all year round. But my house, my living room and my dining room, everything is fall stuff and leaves and all that stuff because I identify with it so much. I love the fall that I don't care. You know what? Okay, this is a weird thing. When you're young and you get stuff, you go, I want it all, and I want it all decorator stuff, and I want it all to match. I have to, get all of this stuff. and I have to have it, and I will change all the seasons or I'll do my thing, and that's the way it is. And you can't have Christmas up or you can't have fall or Halloween. You can't do that. Can't mix it up. Well, as you get older, you say, well, what the age? I'll do what I want. If it makes me happy. I know people this in the East County. I used to work there, and there was a lady that she had, I think it was 8 Christmas trees up. She had a big house, and every room had a Christmas tree all year long. So why not do it? Carlos, you're sick of the heat? I am too. I want summer, but I don't want all this high stuff, right? I want to go to the beach. And I haven't been to the beach yet. So like I'm saving, I'll go when the kids are back to in school and this, that, and the other. Then I get COVID, right? And then I'm like, pretty much who has had COVID? You're like, well, you know what? Staying in bed all day. I can, I think I better do that. Oh, I'm going to show everybody what you made me. She made this little buttons and stuff. It's from like my Halloween book, Maribel Melton and the Button Fairies Halloween. And so let me get it up there. There's a ghost and a cauldron, a bubbling cauldron, a little pumpkin house. And I'm set for Halloween. Hi, Matty Tarot.
Hi.
Oh, look, I went to TJ Maxx and I got Witch's Magic, bright red, shiny, iridescent mug.
Oh my gosh.
I've got coffee, actually. So
wait,
hi,
hold
Matty.
on. I'm gonna get on hold on 1 second. I'm still opening it and I want to see your mug. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, show me again.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, cute.
Did you see it's weird shiny? It's like weird luminous shiny. And it's on
very
back.
It's
on the back, it's on the front, and it's heavy as heck. But yeah. Dishwasher, microwave, and it was affordable.
Oh, nice. I love TJ Maxx.
You could get in so much trouble there.
I literally like it's a problem.
Yes. Like you start off with the little cart. I just need the little cart because I'm just getting, a birthday present. It's fine. Just getting the little cart. Then I'm like, Steve, go get the big cart and come back. Yeah, no, it's fun because they've got some Halloween stuff.
I get stuck in their face products section. And like the body products, like all the body scrubs and all that. Oh my gosh, I love that stuff.
I go buzz past that and I'm into the hand soaps. And then I buzz past that because I know where clearance is in every store. I should have been like a influencer or something because I tell everybody where the cheap stuff is. It's on sale, run. Get in your car now.
Oh, Debbie, I love you. You're funny.
I'm all set up and I may have a little cough because it was a challenging health day. And I'm getting tired of it.
Sorry. Okay. You're feeling okay though?
Just okay. Okay. I started with the cough last night and I haven't had it for like a week, really. And I'm
relentless. Miss Rona is relentless.
Okay, who is on here? Hi, Ezra. Hi. I think I got everybody. Hi. Vladimir. Hi. And if Michael comes on, I have not seen, trying to go through all my emails, an email. He won our trivia.
He says he emailed you.
Something. So if anybody sees Michael R., come in, just say, hey, did you email? You got a prize. Hi, Marianne. Okay. And you guys go ahead and put your request and all that. We please don't put legal or health issues, and that includes pregnancy. You need to be 18 or older to get a reading from us. Don't put anybody's proper name in the post, or we can't put you up. Okay, so person of interest or relative or ex, something like that. Hi, Toko. Hi.
Right. You put their initials if you'd like, but don't put anyone's name or any personal information of another person.
Now, don't put their initials because that's too personal.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
And these are free readings. We are love to be here. Sorry, sometimes we can't get here. You get COVID or things come up, but pretty much we're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they're free readings. But if you want to give a donation, we have live pay links in the description, and we have ones that you can write down and send money to if you want to put a tip in, and that's scrolling across on the scroll bar.
Yes, I made mine easier because they were different, and so I was like, I'm just gonna make it easier and it's just all across the board, Matty Tarot now. Just
There we go.
at Matty Tarot. That's it.
Okay, if you're coming from Meetup and Psychic Fixes Meetup, and I'm sad to say it because I really, really am sad about it, but they doubled their prices to almost $350 a year for what they're offering right now. They said they're going to improve it, but I decided, even though I have 827, I think now, people on there, that I'm not going to renew. So we'll be boosting our posts out there. We're really counting on you guys to like the broadcast and to subscribe to Matty Tarot YouTube, Psychic Fixes YouTube, or Psychic Fixes Facebook, or everything, so that we can get out there. And because I'm going to get rid of Meetup. And, it served its purpose, but no, you don't double your prices.
Right. And you guys, if you like this show and you are regular and you come here and you watch us and we have helped you and we've given you a reading, any of that, if you support us, please hit the thumbs up button on the video. It is so important. It will help the algorithm pass us along to other people, recommending us to other people as well. So if you want to see us grow, like the show, hit the thumbs up. Very important. And I know we ask you all the time, but if you're sitting there and you're watching the video, just click it. It's more helpful than
you said that, and 2 people did it. So you guys, we have I can see 16 people on right now at the beginning of the show, and only 3 people, but 3 awesome people liked it and did the heart. Go ahead, hit that now. Let's see that go up from 3. We'll have to have, otherwise, that Matty Tarot is going to do a tutorial that you'll have to sit through.
Oh, you know what? We should do like a what's it like when they're taking the phone calls? They're doing what are those called? Those like marathons where they like take the phone calls and they're raising donations. It's like a fundraiser.
I don't know what do you call them, you
Telethon or
guys?
something like that. We should, don't make me have to do like a telethon and perform tricks for the thumbs up. You guys, come on.
Okay, so Marianne, is it your birthday? Thank you, Miss Ray. Thank you. Like and subbed.
I see Melissa and Kim said telethon. Yes, a telethon. Exactly.
Telethon.
You know what? That sounds fun. We should do a telethon.
If I could take live phone calls, I could do it through, we could have somebody on my phone and talking to them. As long as everybody's nice.
Right, you guys, we're gonna look into that and see how practical
you want
that
to be
is
on?
to do an actual telethon. Maybe that's something that's coming. Okay, we'll see.
We have to raise money for a good cause.
Right.
Tickets for everybody to Beetlejuice. So you guys also please keep a lookout. Right now, my friend's movie stream has been in across the United States. They had to fight to get into theaters because all of a sudden Alien and everything came out. You get a chance to see Stream. It's my friend Michael's movie, and people are liking it. It's a horror, of course.
What's it called?
Stream. And they did the Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, they did those. And they're very humble.
You've mentioned that movie's absolutely horrific, but also it's like a campy horror film, and it's like, you
Yeah,
know, obviously it's going to become a classic in horror, and
yeah,
I like the movie. So that's really cool. That's so awesome, and I'm
yeah.
gonna. It's
It's
called
all
Scream?
about the best kills, the best
Right.
kills. And so Tim Curry did a little intro, a little cameo thing. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead
Wait,
all these years, and then I go back and I said, well, how did you guys get, did you AI Tim Curry? Because he's dead. And they're like, I looked it up, and there was this big thing that happened that said he was dead, and it went everywhere, and they picked it up and said he was dead, and then nobody told me he was alive. And so he does a cameo for the stream, and it's very cool. Dee Wallace is in it.
okay.
Dee Wallace is in all my friends' movies.
Stream. I'm gonna look it up.
Stream, look at that. Yeah. Okay, you guys, we're gonna start. So please, oh, look at, we got lots of people in here.
I've
Share the show.
chosen. I've chosen Mary Ann.
Okay, I'm going to choose someone. I'm going to turn off the mute, and I will write who I'm going to do. So start spamming us with your requests, okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
There we go.
So Mary Ann, I'm pulling for 3 months for you. So that's September, August, September, October, November. So September, October, November. So give me just a moment. I pulled from the Muse Tarot for the main cards to signify the overall theme or energy of each month. And now I'm pulling from the Tarot de Luz for clarifier cards to give me more information about each of these themes. So just a moment more. Okay. Okay, so September. It looks like there's some sort of truth that comes out here in September. Whether this is a hold on a second. What did I just do? All right, here we go. Whether this is a truth that you are realizing and speaking and communicating, or whether it's you finding you know seeing you maybe beyond what someone's telling you and getting information or having some sort of gut feeling, some sort of truth. But there's some sort of clarity that comes through. This has to do with okay, so it's some sort of feeling of betrayal. Again, this I can't tell if this is coming from internal or maybe an external factor, but there's some sort of breakthrough or clarity that happens in regard to a betrayal. Some truth is revealed. This could be you know, because there's ways we can betray ourselves. We could, you know, not uphold our boundaries. We could maybe you know, compromise our values in order to appease someone, or maybe we are a people pleaser, or maybe we are a pushover. You know, that's not a very nice word, and it's kind of the same thing as a people pleaser. But what I'm saying is, there's many ways we could betray ourselves. Maybe we're in denial about something, and it, you know, the thing we're in denial about is actually harming us. And so, either way, whether this is an outside source or coming from an external source or internally, there's some sort of clarity shed here. But the thing is, you don't know what to do with that information. You kind of feel stuck. You kind of feel confused. You kind of feel at a crossroads. You feel at odds and stuck between a rock and a hard place, and kind of like stagnant, if you will. there's a gridlock. And that's kind of the overall. This might have to do with monetary gains, financial. Maybe you're reliant on somebody, dependent on someone, and in a dynamic in which, maybe someone's been stealing from you in some way. But either way, it's not coming out here. It's very specific. So there's a truth revealed in regard to a betrayal that's been happening. It makes you feel stuck, and it has to do with some sort of material gain or monetary value. Okay, that's September. October, I have here that despite this, you feel stuck for a bit, but you talk to someone and you kind of get to vent, and you kind of get to let it out. And in this conversation, in this venting, through this process, you have some sort of, you make a decision in which way you're going to move forward from this. And it looks like you really just needed to feel heard, and you needed to feel understood, and like somebody cared, I guess. And you do get that. So in October there is, okay, wait, actually, hold on, the isolation card. Okay, this is very interesting. So this actually comes through self. So you since you feel stuck, you have this period of isolation, and you are mulling over details, but you find that when you give yourself space to honor your more difficult emotions, more unpleasant emotions, that actually relieves a lot of pressure, and it gives you the space to then curate more positive, nourishing, and productive. Um, I'm sorry, you then have those types of emotions that then you can, take action on and see change. And I do see that there is an influence from potentially a family member here in regard to this way forward, but most of it is found through introspection and just in isolation, not in like a bad way where you're like, I'm shutting everyone out, but like you're just kind of like, I need space, I need time to process, I need time to think and sort through everything in my thoughts. You do make this decision, and it looks like that marks the energy of November. There is a decision that is made here, and you make this decision based in it's very emotionally mature place. So there's a lot of emotional intelligence here, and I say that because the King of Cups came out. So not only is that devotion, but it's honoring one's. It's like listening to your, emotions, not totally dismissing them. At the same time, being logical, not letting the emotions run the show. So it's a nice balance between the head and the heart, and it's a very you choose it's very much dedicated to self, but not in a selfish way, like selfish, I guess, in a good way. There's good ways to be selfish. You should be selfish in some ways. You must take care of yourself and your mental health. So in that regard, in that aspect, being selfish is a good thing. So you do make a decision for self, you choose self, but in a productive and positive way. Okay, so also, though, this is you're looking at the bigger picture. You're taking leadership, you're taking a stance, and you're looking at the bigger picture instead of short-term gains by appeasing someone, by going along with something, by acting like you didn't see something, or staying in a situation where it's not something's not working out, or it no longer serves you, a situation that no longer serves you. Instead of the short-term gain from that, you're looking at the long, you're looking at ripping that band-aid off, getting rid of, clearing that out, and looking at the long-term gain that you're going to get from making that decision for you. Okay. It does look like this is a process. It may not happen. I am getting an intuitive message right now. It may not happen exactly like this month, this happens, this month, this happens, this month, this happens. But overall, over the course of about 3 to 5 months, this is all going to take place. Look at this. Faith. You need to have faith through the process. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to feel in the times of isolation that maybe you're not, you don't have the answers. You don't have the way. You don't know where you're going. You don't know if you should make this decision. You don't know if that's the right thing to do. Whatever it may be. You need to have faith. Okay. You need to have faith and listen to the intuitive guidance that is coming through. Okay. You can know it's intuitive guidance because your ego is going to chime in right after and start to doubt it. So that little streak of you get where you're like, oh, that'd be nice if that, yeah, that'd be awesome. And then you're like, well, no, that'll never work. And your brain starts going on this roller coaster of like tearing that down and telling you that no, there's no possible way that'll ever happen. You got to cancel that out and listen to that message and then have, cultivate a faith in that message. Because that's the intuitive guidance. Okay. You got and I'm sorry, this is kind of, I will admit this is kind of vague, but that's what's coming out here. So, you got labradorite as your crystal card, and it says labradorite. Oh, hold on. Is that? There we go. Labradorite helps expand the mind and further spiritual growth. It does this by calming the negative side of our personality, like I was just saying, and helps us think twice when it comes to impulsive behavior. This incredible stone is linked to the third eye chakra. You got to be able to look with beyond the 3D, beyond what is in the here and now, and the making things personal with our tying our emotions into it. Emotions are important, but also it's like people are acting from a stance of they're just trying to navigate their own emotional world. Hardly anything, there's nothing that's really personal. And the reason you may think something's happening, it's not actually because it's not about you. Other people's behavior is about them. So you gotta kind of open your third eye and look beyond the 3D and see the bigger picture, essentially, and see what's happening here, and choose what's right for you spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. Okay. And you got to have faith in those choices. But I hope it helped. That's all I have for you this evening.
That was wonderful. I have Carlos. Hi, Carlos. Beetlejuice. I say it one more time. Beetlejuice. Okay.
What if I just turned
you're wearing my favorite shirt, Matty Tarot.
You say what?
I love this shirt. That's my favorite shirt.
Oh.
I love it. So cute. Okay,
let's sacrifice Toby.
It's so cute. I love those things. Carlos, the card that came in that represents you is really wanting to get along with people. And this is you. It's not that it's happening around you right now or anything. This is in you. I want to get along with people. Crossing you in temporary energy is the thought of an ending, or quitting, or being done with someone, or something being done. It's temporary energy. It might be coming in, or you're thinking about letting something go. Now, in the future, it shows me that you're going to have, which is a really great thing, a time to make the big decisions in life. So make sure that you're connected to your guides and you ask for clarity so that you'll know which big things, wonderful things to pick or to choose, I should say. In the past, shields up. You have that card of protection. Almost like I got hurt once. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. Walking on eggshells, being careful, being ready for anything. And so this is in your past position, okay? And it's always all right because you have the High Priestess card. So you are a high psychic and you know when to put those shields up and when to let somebody in, okay? I get the Magician card for you. I wouldn't be surprised if you are working on some kind of thing that you can make money at, or actually build something. I get very creative for you right now. And always, when we are creative and we can make things and we do this stuff, do know you may not care about making money from it, but do know I get possibilities for you to make money from your creativity. I do get a woman or someone you're thinking of, somebody that's with you in spirit. So I do get the Queen of Cups. That is my mother type of energy, or somebody that's like a mother. So it could be someone that's stepping in or someone that is with you in spirit. And I get very kind, devoted, and loyal woman here with strong intuitive powers. So I think that you can actually communicate with this person, okay? I get a celebration, a reason to celebrate, a party, or something like that. Okay, really good card. I do get that you're going to be waiting on something, like we're waiting to see what's going to happen, see what is going to happen, see what somebody's going to do. So I feel like there'll be this little short period of kind of waiting to see what's going to go. Sometimes we don't move, or we wait, or, when we see that we have to see what's going to happen first, don't get stuck in that, okay? But I do feel like we're waiting for some kind of results, or to find out something. It does show me that you move on, that you live life a certain way, you did things a certain way. You'll know when it's time to pack it up and go. It's okay to leave something. We don't have to finish everything, you guys, in our life. We don't have to go through it. Well, I said I was going to do this. That's baloney. When you're ready to go on to your future. If it's in a different direction, follow that path. And I do see, Carlos, you doing this. The last card here is the High Priestess, high psychic abilities. Always develop them. Always know that you have them. If I have this card for anybody, Ben, I'm pegging somebody that could be a professional psychic. You have the power, Carlos. Don't doubt it. That's what I have for you tonight.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay, I've chosen Miss Ray.
Okay, I'm going to go look for someone that will be after your reading.
Alrighty. Miss Ray said, I stayed with him for 2 years despite his mental issues. Is he at least grateful even though he moved away? Thanks, dear. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. So I'm pulling out the charms. Let's see. If Debbie were not muted right now, she'd be saying the charms are her favorite.
The charms are my favorite. And okay. Brienne, you're next.
Let's pull one more. Let's see. Okay. All right, Miss Ray. There's a few things here. So, is he at least grateful? Yes. Yes. So you can rest assured he is. However, here's just kind of a breakdown of what happened. So, like Debbie was just saying, sometimes life takes us down a different path. Things change, people change, feelings change. Everything is in a constant state of change, constantly, always. So that's like one of the only things that is always the same, is the fact that everything is changing. That and the only time that exists is right now. Those are the two things that will always be that way. So, we have a tendency to want to hold on, want to dig in. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened here, but what I'm saying is it can be hard to accept those changes sometimes, and it can be hurtful when we feel like we've given so much, and you know, it seem, you know, from our perception, it might seem like someone's not grateful, or somebody just, you know, kind of tossed us aside and you know, went and just forgot about us, you know. I can assure you that's not the way it went down. That might be what you're perceiving. However, you know, I like to always say this: there's, you know, there's side A, you know, person A, their story, their perception, and then there's side B, person B, their story, their perception, and then there's the truth. So, you know, our sense, our perception there's a reason they say perception is reality, because people don't, there can be 10 people in a room all experiencing the same thing, and they could all walk out and have a totally different story and a different experience that they describe, that they bring back something they took from that, something, you know, and they all saw the same thing, they all witnessed the same thing. And if you and you'll see this in courtrooms when they give eyewitness, you know, that's why they don't rely on eyewitness testimonies, because you'll have, you know, 5 eyewitnesses and they'll all say something different, even though they all saw the same thing. They were all in the gas station when it got robbed, but like you can't fully it's just known you can't trust your perception fully, which it's great to have people around you that you're, you know, that's why it's a great thing to get feedback from people, because you won't really know yourself and your behavior due to cognitive dissonance, due to the way we kind of lie to ourselves, due to the way we overlook things, we dismiss things for our, you know, it's a lot easy. Hearing about yourself from someone else is the way, you know, through close friendship, through family, through things like that. That's the way you really learn and grow. You know, if you're open to that sort of thing, and as you should be, if you want to grow and have healthy relationships. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, it's a matter of you guys. It just didn't work. As much love as you had, as much as you tried, as much as you put into it, you guys just weren't compatible. And I understand that can be upsetting, that can be sad. Maybe this is something you were totally aware of and accepting, and you were only staying with them, you know, just to kind of like, you didn't want to make it hard, because you did care about him, you did have a lot of feeling for him, you didn't want to but you know, hopefully you were communicating this along the way, you know, that maybe that's a learning curve for you, maybe that's something that you need to take from it. It's like to be more transparent, to not you know, build essentially a false reality with somebody when you know you're just staying for, you know, this reason or that reason. Maybe being more transparent with the person, that, you know, as hard as it may be in the moment, people definitely appreciate honesty, even if it's something they don't want to hear, a lot more in the end than they do feeling like they were led on, or told something that wasn't entirely the truth, or some sort of, you know. And it's still, I know you had good intentions, I'm not saying you're a bad person, I'm not saying you did anything wrong or terrible or bad or malicious, but what I am saying is, if there's information that you were leaving out about how you were feeling about the relationship, that is still a lie. That is called lying by omission. When you're saying one thing and you're just not saying the other part, that is lying by omission. And it's still, it's essentially, you're building a false reality for this person because you don't think they can handle the real reality. So you're governing that, and you're choosing that for them. And so they should be able to make that choice. You know, meaningful connections are grown and harvested in a space where reality is not tampered with for both people, and both people can make their own choices. They are given the information and they are able to do with what they please with that information, and we are responsible for navigating our own emotional world and keeping ourselves, you know, for upholding our boundaries, for keeping ourselves, you know, not allowing people to take you know, to walk all over us, or, you know, to disrespect us. You know, we're responsible for that. So, you know, like I'm saying, if it, take it as a learning curve. But what happened here is there was a bit of things left unsaid, as much as you may have cared. There were feelings of betrayal that resulted from this. There was some sort of you felt like this person didn't make sense a lot. And I will say this, they were very irrational. Um, and this was a main cause of a lot of issues that you just felt like that, like you're like, that's totally illogical, that's totally irrational, like why are you like like, you know, you don't want to be rude and say something like this, but it's almost like you were thinking like, who thinks this way, like, but you know, you bared with it. Here's the real interesting part. This was totally meant to happen. You guys played an important role on in each other's stories and lives, and the way that, you know, what changes come of that, what wisdom comes of that experience together, and how it has shaped you for your trajectory onward, you know, both you and this person. So this was totally meant to happen, and it played out exactly the way it was supposed to. I know that may not be, who knows, maybe that is what you want to hear, maybe that will relieve you of any feelings you may be having at this time, or maybe that's not what you want to hear right now. But this transformation that spawns from this, for both you and them, you both come out in a victorious position. You both, it harvests, I'm sorry, it breeds free spirited energy. It also breeds this this more of an ability to kind of not take yourself so seriously, maybe. I'm not really getting the words here for that, but it's kind of a, you know, have you ever like looked back on a situation and been like, oh, gosh, I was being so dramatic, like, and I don't even it's like I cared so much then and I made such a big deal about it then, but like now I don't even care at all, and it's like, how silly is that, like, and kind of laugh at yourself. It's like, how silly, like, oh my gosh. You know, that's a good thing. You should be able to laugh at yourself. You know, we shouldn't take ourselves so seriously all the time. There's we got to make space for humor, fun, lightheartedness in life. It's very, very important. But either way, uh, there was a major transition that happened for both of you here. Um, whether or not you see it right now, the clarity will come if you don't already see this. But either way, here's the charms that came out. Um, Wolf in sheep's clothing. This is more so saying that, like, it wasn't what you thought it was. So like what you saw on the surface, like, and what you wanted it to be, it wasn't exactly that. And maybe the wolf reared its ugly head. I'm not saying that you were a malicious person, or the person was a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the relationship itself didn't appear as as you thought it was, and it was going to play out. And ghosts of the past arose. Because they needed to have the space to be played out and to heal, and they took front and center stage for you to address these things. You may have taken there's a passive role you took, but you've learned something from this bow is passivity. um and the other bow that came out here is, it's kind of like I said again, it's like this pristine, everything looked great, like you wanted to present to the outside world like, oh look, like I have it all together, this is good, everything's fine. But when really there were deeper issues there. But I want you to know, however you're feeling right now, that this whole experience was to facilitate healing, the moon here, to facilitate some deep wounds. And I know this because the Six of Cups came out, and that's the card of soul contracts. And that's why I say this was something that was meant to happen. It's very important. So if you can find in some way, maybe now or at a later time, to find the gratitude for the relationship, although it didn't work out, serving its purpose and benefiting both of you in the long run, in your soul's journey. Okay. You are definitely protected. The Hamsa hand here shows protection, and in a way, this couldn't continue the way it was. So it's kind of like everything that played out was to reveal something to you. Okay. To and move you on the path that you were meant to take. each of you. Your crystal card here, calcite. Positioning this stone in any room or on your person clears all negative energy and washes away bad vibrations. Filled with powerful, positive energy, the stone stimulates your muscles and brain, make you feel more energetic and clear-minded. Honestly, as much as you care about this person, you probably feel like it's like, oh gosh, what a relief. Like sometimes you feel that way. Be honest, it's not bad, it's not horrible to feel like that sometimes. Like, oh God, like that's a less of a headache for me. It's not that you don't like them. It's not that they're a terrible person. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just emotions are emotions. Okay. We're all human. But this is kind of saying like, clears negative. So again, it says washes away bad vibrations. The relationship ran its course. It shifted in such a way that it was no longer, it served its purpose. And, you know, you guys are now split on your own paths, and that's how it was supposed to happen. Okay, but that's all I have for you this evening. I hope it helped. Thank you.
Oh, I think it must have. Wow, that was great, Matty. Very, very good.
Thank you.
I love your charms and I love your readings. They're so good. And people can get, take that. If it resonates with them, they've got good advice from you. Hi, Brienne. How are you? I want to know if my mother, if she's proud of you choosing fashion as your career. Okay, let me tell you what I have. First four cards are going to be for you, and then I've got what I get it for the mother. You have a big card that comes up for you, and it's a card of wanting a big change in your life. And it is the death card, but it's a really great card of transformation and living a different way or a different lifestyle. And this is you. Okay, like bring it on. Give me that big change in my life because that's what I'm manifesting in. I do get a little bit of temporary energy of not seeing clearly. And, that's okay. Ask your guides for help if you need to make a decision or anything like that. Now, in the future, I think you should manifest, Brienne, because they're showing me that in the future you'll be doing this. So learn it all now, and you can be bringing in whatever your heart desires. Bring that in. You, it shows me in the past that you went through something really big. So we have the card of, it's the hangman card, and that's my card when we are looking at our destiny, when we're going through something to learn a lesson. Sometimes they're easy things to go through, sometimes they're difficult. I want to go more in the difficult here, but it shows me it's in the past now and that you did go through something that you probably had in your soul contract. So it's good to get that one done, okay? Now, the what I get, and I do have the mom card here. I do get love, and I do get working well with people, and I do get a celebration. So these are all really good things that go with going into a new career. So I really feel really good about what she would think is going on. But I'll tell you what I do get here. I do get that there may be a worry about juggling money, that maybe the money wouldn't come right away. And that's fine. But I do get and for you, I get a lot of ambition, by the way. And I took some more cards and I got love still and I got judgment. And so judgment comes when we have to make that big decision and change our life. Okay. Sometimes it's a difficult or uncomfortable time to make a decision and go through it. But it shows me going through that. It's loving what you're doing, and I do get going with the flow. I feel like your mom just has to kind of let it go and be okay with it. This is your decision, your challenge and your passion and all of that. And I don't have any bad cards here other than maybe a worry about how the money's going to come. And but I get that your theme in this lifetime has to be about going after your passion, having that ambition. And I think you have a good best business sense, by the way. So I feel like it's okay now. I feel like you went through something in the past. I feel like it's okay. I feel like, well, let's just go along with the flow and let it go. But again, manifest for the money that you want to come in and the success and where you want to be with this, okay? But I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's all right. I feel like if there was a storm, it's already in the past. And manifest for what you want. And definitely, you're all about this big, wonderful change in your life. Really, a difference. Like, okay, I can think that you aspire to go do something, live somewhere, and have a whole different life and manifest that in because they're showing me you can do it. All right. So, congratulations on that. And go, no matter who might be against you or jealous or anything on your path, you go towards what you want because I get love and passion here. Go for the money. I feel like really great about your decision. And that's what I have for you, Brienne. Do
That
you
was
want to
lovely,
do your
Debbie.
QR code?
That was lovely, Debbie. Yes, I'm gonna put that up. I want to give one more reading. It's gonna be kind of quick, but I also want to. There's two more things I want to do, but here first, I'm gonna play a quick video, you guys, for my QR code. You know how a QR code works. You can scan it, take a screenshot, take a picture, however you can come back to the video. But if you go, it'll take you to my booking site, and I offer a lot more services than just tarot readings. Okay, so here's a look at that. So scan it, print it out, make a t-shirt, make a banner, fly it from your car down the freeway. You know, tell everybody,
Yeah.
okay?
Put it on a magnetic sign on your
Put
car.
it on a magnetic sign and get it tattooed on your body. No, I'm kidding. All right, so I've chosen, let's see, here we go. Tracy Foster. My direct question, if I can, my ex has turned my life into utter chaos. Will my situation get better anytime soon? I need peace. Okay, that's difficult. When you have a vindictive person in the picture. I will say this. Let's see. Here's what I'm gonna say. There's a few things you can do. You gotta change your mindset, and you gotta confront and address the uncomfortable, difficult emotions that you're running from. And you are running from some, because it's the thing of like, okay, you start to feel a certain way, you start to feel down and low, and you go, I don't want to feel that way. And so what do you use to distract yourself? What do you use to avoid? It could simply be taking, your attention to something else. Here's the thing with emotions. They don't go away unless you address them and honor them and allow yourself to experience them. And allow them, because emotions are temporary. They flow through us, they come in, they do the thing, and then they leave. And unless we're not honoring them, then what happens? We push it down, we tuck it away somewhere into a pocket, and it comes back out again. And each time we do this, we avoid it, we put it away, it rears its head a little harder. And eventually, if we do that too long, it gets to a point where we're not even able to identify what exactly the emotion is, and why we're upset, or what set us off, or why we feel so just low, or apathetic about something, disconnected. That's the result of prolonged and over an extended period of time of dismissing and avoiding very important emotions that we need to allow ourselves to feel, and honor. And so that's part of it. The other part is reframing the mindset and the expectation. If there's somebody, how do I say this? If you know someone's a thief, I'm not saying this is what's happening, but this is just an example. If you know someone's a thief, it would probably not be a good idea for you to have the expectation for that person to be trustworthy. And so if you continue, you've learned this information that they are a thief. So if you continue to have the expectation, oh, this person's trustworthy, and you leave your stuff around them and your stuff gets stolen, well, you need to change your expectation of that person. That person steals things and they're a thief. So, you know, you got to change your expectation. When people reveal things about, when people show you who they are, believe them. And so you gotta then come to acceptance and change the expectation. And so and I understand there's only so much you can do with this. If somebody's harassing you, if somebody's being, violent or dangerous, or compromising your safety, or there, that's totally, it's not, I'm not saying it's a blanket statement that covers all of that and dismisses that in any way. What I'm saying is, maybe this person says things that get under your skin. Maybe this person, but change your expectation to understand this person's going to say those things. It doesn't mean anything. Their opinion is literally irrelevant. I mean, everybody's got an opinion, just like everybody's got, a-hole, and most of them stink. Okay, so like that's just the way it is. So you know you don't need to take that to heart. You need to understand this person is, it's a reflection of them, their behavior. If you can change your expectations in these ways, and the small ways of, like, maybe this person, tries to be petty. Maybe they they say things, or they talk to people, or they spread whatever it is. Those are things you can change your expectations about, and learn to, not let it get under your skin and get you all emotionally worked up. A person like this is trying to get a reaction out of you. So maybe if that's helpful sometimes, if you can look at it that way. Okay, what does this person want? This person wants me to be upset and they want me to react. Are you going to give them what they want? If you like look at it that way, don't give them what they want. Like, just refuse to do that. um Again, this does not cover things where, like, someone's harassing you or being violent or being compromising your safety, or and things like that. That's totally different. I understand. That needs to be dealt with a totally different way. But essentially, this person, as long as they get something out of it, they're going to keep doing it. So it's a matter of space. It's a matter of you changing your expectations. It's a matter of you kind of doing what you're able to, maybe staying with the friend, maybe keeping extra company around as much as you're able, but doing what you're able to in the meantime, until they, but at the same time, you got to stop giving them what they want out of it. And so they'll eventually they'll get over it. They'll stop. There's this height of passion, right? And so it's interesting because I always say things exist on a duality, on a dual, there's a duality to things, and everything's on a spectrum. And so when we're talking about love, we're talking about a far end of the spectrum of a feeling of passion. That's what the spectrum is. So this feeling of passion, there's love on this end, and then there's hatred on this end. And it's so interesting because if you look at brain scans from people that they've taken brain scans, and you can see love and hate, they literally, if you overlap them, all the same areas of the brain are lit up. Just with hate, there's this extra space that's lit up where disgust comes in, this feeling of, like, being put off, or like grow, or like you know um and so it goes to say that you cannot hate somebody without caring deeply, um and loving, having had love for them. It's why it's so easy to, in a fit of rage, and someone's just infuriated you and you love them, why it's almost so easy, and you've been so hurt by them, why it's so easy for you to go, I hate you. And it's because they're on the same scale, um levels of passion. Okay, they're just on opposite ends. So you got to keep that in mind. And there's this really, really high level of passion here. This person is on the hatred end, though. And so you gotta kind of find ways to not feed into that and not give them what they want, you're gonna feel defeated at times. It's like it's unfortunate. I can't advise too much, especially if this person's being violent or threatening you. But I would say keep extra company, stay with friends, try and stay with family, keep, take extra precaution with maybe getting, security lights, maybe get a restraining order if needed. Like do what you need to do to take care of yourself. But the more you are non-reactive and the more you focus on what you can control, which is your emotions, honoring those things, letting those things come to the surface, expressing them and talking through them, maybe in a space that you feel safe with friends, family, whatever it may be, the more you're able to do that, work on that healing and be less reactive to what they're doing, what he's doing, the more this passion will fade away and die out. And I do see okay, so see death and then the chariot. So death is transformation. So this is a period of transformation. This is the rocky part. But then the chariot comes, and that is victory, coming out on top, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and coming out victorious, achieving something. So this person doesn't win. They don't succeed in ruining your life. They may have made it a little chaotic at times, but you will get through this. Okay, there's a lot of assistance that can be gained through the Three of Cups, which Three of Emotions, Three of Cups is family and friend groups, circles, people that you can maybe rely on and reach out to and kind of lean on a bit in this time. So if you haven't already tried to do that, then definitely reach out. But yeah, that's how it's going to play out. Okay, but I do wish you the best in your circumstances, and if you are in danger, please take necessary steps to contact people, the right people, and keep yourself safe. Okay, don't stay quiet about something, or just kind of write it off. Oh, he's crazy, he does this. It's like, no, don't do that. Okay. But that's all I have for you this evening. Now, there was one other thing. Debbie, if you have a moment, do you have a moment?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I wanted to address Gilberta. She said,
I
"You
I
ever?"
did too. I was waiting. I was gonna like, this is such a great idea.
Okay, yes. I like she said, "Do you ever do like Q&A sessions? I'd love to know how you realized your gifts." Well, we're gonna do one right now.
Oh,
So you want
okay.
to go, Debbie? You want to say
How
how
did
you?
I realize it?
Yeah.
I didn't. I lived with it as a kid and thought everybody had a force field and everybody could tell somebody what was going to happen and it would come true. And I was lucky. Nobody wanted to play games with me. I always won because for whatever reason, I could shake those dice and get double sixes and aggravation and make everybody aggravated. And so I just lived my life, and it was a long, long time before I even knew what psychic meant or any of that stuff. But I was very lucky because my family worked at a spiritualist camp. And so I got introduced to this stuff more as a teenager and then realized, but Gilberta, the interesting thing is things came at different times, new gifts would come in. And I go, oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do this. And throughout my life, and then I had a near death experience and even more came in. So, anyway, I realized it probably as a teenager.
Yeah, that's so interesting how you said that it came in different moments and spurts, but because I kind of have
Yeah.
similar experience somewhat, but for me it was like I've always made jokes like because things like I would say something and then it would turn out that way or it would definitely like that would happen and then people would be like, how'd you know, like, or like, oh, you were totally right about that, or how'd you know? It's like, and I would always make the joke like, oh, it's because I'm psychic, haha. And then I'd be like, I'm just kidding. And then because I really thought I was just like, it was a joke, like I didn't really know, but the more it happened, the more, and then on top of that, there was other like experiences here and there that kind of made me think like, okay, is there something more to what's happening here? Like there was a time when I experienced a complete lapse in time of 13 minutes, like as if you were to black out. But I didn't like I was actually at work when it happened, but I didn't faint and black out. I literally just what was happening in front of
Wow.
me and everything I was doing, it all changed. And I got really confused and I was like, what is going on? And the person next to me like was looking at me all weird and they're like, are you okay? And then everything, and I was like, and I was so disoriented by it because everything literally changed. I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. Like, I need a moment. And it was 13 minutes later, and that was so weird. But that night, I had a very vivid dream, and I don't think it was. I'm sure it wasn't a dream, because I remember. I mean, I was physically somewhere. But here's the way I made a sense of it. Wherever I went that night, and what I experienced in my dream was actually because, and the reason I experienced that time lapse was because I can't be in two places at once. But I didn't actually have the awareness of that experience where I went for those 13 minutes until I went to
Wow.
sleep and was able to and had that dream. That's when that awareness came in of where that 13 minutes went to. And that's a whole different thing. I mean, like I was brought somewhere and shown something. But either way, that was one experience, and then another one was um when how do I say my I got the pendulum that I have, the crystal. I made it out of my grandma's chandelier and I started using it. And this was right after my friend had told me like, oh, I think you like have a gift and da da da. And I was like, okay. And like I started to kind of take it more seriously, and I started to say, well, maybe I am psychic. And instead of saying I'm joking all the time, but I started using this pendulum, and the way it just was so accurate about I was actually testing it. I was like, I want you to ask me questions that I couldn't possibly know the answer to, like other people, right? And it would get it right every time. And they're like, how are you doing that? People are like, how are you doing this? And I'm just like, but and then when I showed it my mom, and I thought, oh, she would be like, that's whatever, that's satanic or whatever, like, she actually was just super nonchalant about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, it runs in my side. It runs in the side of my side of the family. Like your grandma like has it." And, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, "Oh, that's Mima's chandelier." We call my grandma Mima. It's like, "That's Mima's chandelier." Oh yeah, yeah, it runs in the family. And she was just like so nonchalant about it, and I was just like, "Okay, thanks for like telling me. Like why?" But yeah, it just kind of came into it and got more. As soon as I started affirming it more, it strengthened, and I was able to tap into more intuitive guidance and things such as that. And I've even had situations where I've totally witnessed and experienced something prior to it happen. Like what would that be called? A premonition?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I've had since then I've had premonitions, and the one of the most interesting ones was I totally witnessed like I got up to go let my sister in because I thought she was at the door and she was coming with her kids and the keys, and I heard everything. But when I opened the door, no one was there. And I was like, but then here she comes pulling up in the car, and I
Mhm.
hear the car pull up and I hear the door open, and her son gets out and he says the thing that I heard, and the keys are jingling just like I heard, and they're walking out,
Yeah.
and I'm standing there in the door just like, and I'm like, and she's like, what? Like, what's wrong? And everything. And I was like, I literally just witnessed all this happening. That's why I'm already here at the door. Cause I thought I was letting you in, but you weren't even here yet. Like, it was just little things like that, And, but then bigger things, same type of, uh, energy happened. And yeah,
You
here we
know
are
what's
today
hard?
doing a show with Debbie, this
Yeah.
lovely lady.
Sometimes it's really hard when people get afraid of you and stuff, and they don't want to be around it, or they think it's satanic. But I had this thing first time I really realized that there was something different about me, I guess, is I had went over to my sister's, and my brother-in-law was there, and later on she said, he really hates it when you come over.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? Because I loved my brother-in-laws, you know? And he goes, she said, when you walk in, he said, everything gets louder.
Oh.
Everything gets brighter. The lights get brighter. And it's like electricity snapping in the air, and he can't stand it. And I was like,
Wow.
and then I thought about it because I never thought about that kind of stuff. But that's what she said. He hated it. And so I was like, that, okay, all right. I'll think about that for a while.
I mean, you do have a
Yeah.
very powerful energy to you, Debbie.
Well, thank you. I hope so. Hope so. But anyway, yeah. So Gilberta, thank you for what your comments. You know, but it doesn't stop coming. Usually more and more things come, especially, and I tell people, don't have a near-death experience, you know. If you want to have other powers, just ask the other side. But a lot of stuff did come in, and it continues to come in. It makes it more exciting, and you have more passion about what you're doing. So
Yes. Oh, and
that's it.
Gilberta, she said, I love that you crafted your own pendulum. Was your grandma mad? No, she was. So my grandma had passed away already, and this was something my mom had taken a box of the pieces of the chandelier. So she had a lot of these pieces in a box, and I took one of them and I put it on this chain, and I put a little, this lovely little eye charm at the end. But yeah, this is my pendulum made from my grandmother's chandelier, who also had a gift that I was totally unaware of. So, I feel like, I mean,
I'm
that's
glad
really
you knew
cool.
that. I'm glad you found that out because I
Yeah.
said, who? Who in my family, you guys? Anybody? Anybody? You know? And my grandparents saw my grandfather's father came to Thanksgiving dinner, and they both saw him checking in on looking at everybody at the table. So I got that story. And I got Jean, I think Jean, my cousin that was watching earlier, her mother had a psychic moment, but I couldn't find anybody. And then I went digging in my branch, my ancestry, and I looked up some Native Americans, and I had the test, and I go, okay, I'm Yaqui Indian. And come to find out, everybody's, I've got the medicine woman, I've got everybody that does that stuff. But I couldn't really find anybody where I thought would be down my grandmother's or anything like that.
Oh, wow. That's
So it's
unfortunate.
weird.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's not like it doesn't take away from your gift,
Yeah.
But it is good to know that, like, in the family, like, okay, where to, if there was others, like,
Pretty
because,
nice.
yeah,
Well,
but
I think I got enough for everybody. I can't
my
believe, you get the name and you tell everybody these crazy stories and they're true. And, it's crazy. It is amazing. And I get surprised all the time. But you guys, if you're psychic, open yourself up to anything, because
Mhm.
I went in a portal during a seance, came back with this person, our client's word, the secret word that he gave to the angels
Oh,
and stuff. I
yeah,
came back with that.
story.
It's
That
crazy stuff.
story actually blows my mind. We'll have to tell you'll have to tell that story
Sometime. Yeah.
another time, because that literally, I was like jaw dropped. But my mom, she can, like, see people's auras, like, she can
I
see.
love that.
Yeah, and so she
I don't see it
and I
though.
also can. It's not like something that's readily apparent to me, but if I focus really hard, I can also see that. And tested this by asking her, people in our family and others around, if I was like, okay, I see this color for that person, this color for that person, this color for that person, and she affirmed that, or confirmed that she also sees those colors. And so I was like, okay, like, and we hadn't, I didn't know that information prior, what she saw for that person. So, that
Next
kind of
time
affirmed
we're
it for me. I was like, I
together,
got that gift. So that's
I
cool.
want my color next time we get together. We are going to do something next month, and we'll go live or something. But let's go to a festival. There's all these kind of witchy fun things coming up.
Yes, I
Yeah.
actually got
I'll
something.
protect you. Me and my angels will make sure. You're okay. We'll go to the witches thing.
I have a mantra. I say, I am a light being. I am made of light. I walk in the light, and nothing of darkness can touch me. And I say that all the time. And you know what? It's true. So.
Okay, one last thing here, you guys. Michael, and we are here Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, by the way, 6:30 p.m. Michael, did you email me? Because you won the trivia, and I want to send you a gift. So email me at psychicfixes@gmail. And if you did, I couldn't find it. So let me know.
Psychicfixes@gmail.
Isn't that nice? You got a good review there. Okay, you guys,
Yes, thank you
we
so
are
much. Thank you so much.
past our time.
All right. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and for being so supportive. Please, if you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up and like the show. Very important. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if we didn't get to you this evening, we'll be back on Wednesday. Please join us then. Again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay? And thank you so much. Have a safe evening, a lovely evening, and we'll see you on Wednesday. All right.
Wisdom Wednesday or Wheel Wednesday. Okay.
Wheelie
Alrighty
Wisdom
then.
Wednesday. Exactly.